Welcome, TullyAdventurers. Explore. Today we're remembering this past week
celebrating our triumphs and commiserating the challenges.
in the unforced rhythms of grace.
TullyAdventurers.
Explore.
Today is Sunday. We practiced that little script a couple times, and now we're laughing at ourselves because it's not perfect, and that's okay. We're not trying to be perfect, especially because today is Sunday, and this is called Rest and Renegotiate. So this past week on Wednesday, my wife finally agreed to make a schedule with me. We've tried in the past, and we both have so many inner vows that we just go crazy trying to schedule things with each other. And if you want to know more about inner vows, check out our podcast, check out our YouTube, and you'll find out more about what those are. But today what we're going to be doing is remembering this past week. So realistically, we're going to go from Wednesday through today. We're going to talk about the things that we've done and the good times and the bad times. That's going to be our rest. And then we're going to renegotiate. We're going to think about, all right, we've made this schedule. How's it working? What might we need to do differently? And I'm looking forward to next week when we actually get to do a full week with this new schedule that allows us to do our podcast, which is our Bible in the morning. And it also allows us to take care of our RV, take care of each other, have some fun throughout the week, enjoy these places that we're at. We're full-time RVers, so we travel to new places at least once a month. And we want to enjoy these places that we go to. So we're going to talk about Fun Friday and Dance Night Saturday. And we're also going to talk about how we take care of our RV and all of these good things that we have scheduled. Jen is also in school.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've scheduled time so that she can take care of that, so that I won't bug her while she's busy working on school.
But the truth is I actually want him to bug me because I like the distraction.
So how to appropriately bug her while she's doing her school time.
You bring a good point.
Yes.
Good point.
All right. So let's start with, on Wednesday, we set a schedule. Thank you, my love. I'm so grateful. It really helps me to have a routine. I'm a disabled veteran. I really appreciated the military giving us a pretty much set schedule. We knew when we were going to eat. We knew we needed to do PT every morning. It just creates a sense of safety and sanity for me. I need a little bit of order in my life. So thank you for that. Obviously, it's our first week, so not everything was fully figured out. But I'm really grateful for us setting that schedule, so thank you. The first order of business in setting the schedule. Before this, Jen was responsible for cooking, and we decided, what did we decide, my love, about cooking?
We decided to split it up. We decided to, actually I'm going to pull out my notes from last time.
Okay, that's good. Oh.
We decided to split it up so that you would take 3 days a week and I would take 4.
Okay.
And that whoever is cooking is also cleaning.
Okay.
And they would be responsible for all 3 meals of the day.
Okay. So
there were some other minor details in that.
Sure. What were they?
Because you take meals on my school days, you would give me a 30-minute lead time to, like to lunch, to let me know. That way I could finish up, wrap up what I was doing and put all my stuff away so that we could actually have lunch together. Because sometimes I'm in the middle of something and I can't stop right that second. So, as far as the cooking thing, that's what we decided.
Excellent. And so, how was school this week for you?
School was really fun this week.
Nice. Tell me more.
It was nice to have specific times that that were designated for school. I wasn't splitting my brain time wondering like, should I be spending time with him? What am I supposed to be doing? Like, am I taking away from our marriage by doing this? There's a lot that goes on when I'm doing school. And I really enjoy it. And so, I have a tendency to want to do it whenever I have free time, and that doesn't always work out well for us. I have been known in the past to use work as a distraction from actually how I'm feeling. I did that for a number of years, and so school can become that substitute if I'm not careful with it. And growing up, being a perfectionist, like I want to give my all, and sometimes that's just not realistic.
But school went well?
School went well. It was a good week.
Good. So how was having me take care of the food helpful as well?
Oh my gosh, yes, because then I wasn't constantly checking my clock for, it's about lunchtime, or, oh shoot, I gotta stop, it's dinner, or I just didn't have worries. I could focus on what I was doing. I could move much quicker. Seemed like I had the capacity to learn more.
Interesting. Why do you think that was?
Because I wasn't splitting my brain time.
So being able to focus, because we had a schedule, so you knew that you didn't have these other things to take care of,
right,
allowed you to focus and do better at school. Wow, that's fantastic. Woohoo! Sweet.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm glad to hear that school went well for you this week. That's great.
How did it go for you?
How did your school days go for me?
Yeah.
Good. On your school days, there's things that I need to get done. So we've made an agreement that I take care of the laundry. I did have a rough time in that I didn't get enough quarters to do all the laundry, which is frustrating. Every new place has different laundry setups, where I can go to do the laundry, how much the laundry costs. Because we're full-time RVers, we use whatever is available to us. Hey, nice to see you. Glad to have you here on chat. Yeah, I didn't quite have enough quarters to finish the laundry, which is frustrating. And but I was glad to get it done, and glad that we had some clean clothes to work with.
I'm not seeing us on our Twitch here.
Oh, okay. Maybe you have to get out of it and then come back or something. I'm not sure. It's always interesting. So, but I did get through the laundry, which was nice. And like I said, we have clean clothes. So your school days were good. I got to take care of the other chores that I had and things like that. So it was good. Yeah, we had a good week.
Excellent.
All right.
You didn't feel like I was neglecting us, or you?
No, I was freed up because I knew there was a specific time that you were going to be working on your school stuff.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the renegotiate part. I want to know, are you going to be done by dinner time? Are you going to be done at a specific time? Do we want, already we're doing something in the morning. We're having our morning Bible time with our breakfast. But do you want to, and this is a question for later, do you want to also have some time before bed, or are you just going to work on your school time until you're ready to go to bed? And either way is going to be fine. We just need to talk about it, because like I said, knowing that this is the day you're working on school, I have the things that I need to do. We can just handle it and not worry about each other, not try to fix what the other person's doing, which is something we both struggle with. So it's very helpful to have this schedule and to be freed up from taking care of the other person. I also got to take B to the dog park, let him run around, which is always helpful. Go stay in your bed, B. You're a good boy. So it was really nice to feel the freedom that comes from not knowing whether I'm responsible to you at certain different times and points. So that was fantastic.
Cool.
Then we had Friday Fun. We have that on our Twitch schedule, and Friday Fun is when we go out and do something to see the city, to see the place that we're at, to interact with the culture, maybe something historical to find out more about where we're at and what it's like. So I think that's a ad for like a promotion or something. Yeah. We are trying to look at chat. We will get specifically with you at our time, 8:45. So in about 25 minutes. We're so grateful that you're here. Thank you for being with us. Hello. It's great to see you. So we're going to, like I said, continue talking about what we're talking about, and we would love to get together with you, chat, in about 25 minutes. So, but thank you for being here. So Friday Fun, what did we do?
We took a tour, free tours by foot.
Nice.
And we, since we're in New Orleans, met at Jackson Square, met with this great tour guide, and spent 2 hours touring the city. And the best part was it only cost us a tip. We just had to tip the guy, and that was it. And it was amazing.
Yes, it was. It was so
loved
much fun.
it.
Yes. What was this tour called specifically?
French Quarter.
It was the French Quarter tour, and it was by Free Tours by Foot. On our YouTube channel, we'll put their website up on there so you can check them out. They're in multiple cities all over the world. We had I loved it. You had a good time?
Oh, yeah.
Was there anything, like one thing specifically that stood out for you?
Yeah. The wrought iron work that's on the buildings.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. So I just assumed that that's always been the way it was. I also assumed it was French. Number one, it's not how the original buildings were built.
Mm-hmm.
Two, it's not French, it's Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
And three, it was created by the slaves who were able to work on Sundays and keep all the money that they could make. And so a lot of them would do metalwork, metalsmithing, to create these things. That's why there's so many. Mm-hmm. It was just, I love to find out like the story behind stuff. So it was amazing.
Absolutely. I loved Pirate Alley. And we were told about the pirates who were in this area, and the main pirate, the governor put out a reward of $100 for that pirate, and he came back and plastered the government building walls with wanted posters for the governor for $200 because the pirate was worth more than that. What a great story. Mm-hmm. And to be able to stand there and see that actual building, smell the smells, feel what it's like, what the atmosphere is like. There's something so great about going on an adventure and actually being in a place and experiencing it firsthand. We love sharing our adventure with you and showing you where we're at, but it's not the same if you get an opportunity to go on an adventure and see these different places, because there's so much amazing stuff to see. It's fantastic.
It is.
So we had a great time on that tour. Woo!
Yeah, good job. Excellent.
Woohoo! Fun, fun, fun.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That brings us to Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, I was responsible for food. How'd that work out?
Pretty good. At dinner time, I wasn't sure what was going on.
Yeah. With it being new, I didn't plan as well as I could have, so there was a little murkiness there. And then, but I made your eggs the way you wanted.
You did, and you did a great job, by the way.
Thank you very much.
In fact, they were almost a little better than what I make. So. Thank you.
That's very kind of you. That's very kind of you. I am looking forward to figuring out a good way to have you order your food.
Yeah, because
So, go ahead.
I like it different.
Mm-hmm. Whereas I like the same thing. I just want scrambled eggs made omelet style so that I can wrap the eggs around either the bacon or the sausage that we have, and I'm good either way with bacon or sausage. And that's all I want. Every morning for breakfast, that's it. I'm good and I'm happy. But
Sometimes I want it scrambled, I want it over easy, I want it sometimes omelet style, sometimes like regular scrambled, sometimes cheese.
A hot scramble.
Yes, sometimes I want a hot scramble.
There was this video we watched, or a commercial that we saw with that on it, and that's funny stuff. Okay, so then we had a little struggle on Saturday. We all went to the dog park together, which was very nice. But then I thought that Saturday was also going to be your school day. But instead, on Friday night, you had worked on some school stuff. So, unbeknownst to me, we had a lack of communication. And I thought you needed to take care of school. And instead, we were talking about just doing all these other things. And I got confused and I got upset. And I had a little 3-year-old moment. Little meltdown, and it didn't mean that you had done anything malicious, but we were both wrong because we were not communicating, which happens, especially when we have a new schedule. So my expectations and your expectations were different, and that sometimes happens. So we're going to be renegotiating a little later to make sure we understand what the time frames are, what we expect of each other, and how to maybe use some free time in some different ways, because we know for sure when we have the work projects we have and the things that we have to do, maybe start enjoying some more hobby stuff, things that we can just have fun with. So, and our dog is a stubborn brat. He's such a good boy, but we have not been training him lately.
We've let him be in charge for a little bit, and it's time to rein that back in.
Yes, absolutely. B, go to your bed. Thank you. Good boy. So, after I was already 3 on Saturday, then we still went out for our dance date last night. And how was that for you?
It was all the things. It was good, it was fun, it was rough, it was difficult, it was overwhelming at times, it was underwhelming at times. Yeah, it was all of the above. I'm looking forward to planning better for next Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Try to avoid some of these pitfalls.
Sure, absolutely. And that's one of the things about being full-time RVers and going to a new place. Even if you do some research and try to figure things out, when you actually get there,
all bets are off.
Everybody has a great plan until they get punched in the face. That's a Mike Tyson quote, and it's a good one because it's true. As soon as you actually get there, things are different than what you expected. And so
the streets don't go the way you thought. The parking doesn't go the way you thought. The place doesn't offer what you thought. You researched it on Google and you saw that everybody gets there at 11, so you try to get there early thinking, less people, less confusion. No.
And there have been people since 11 a.m., not 11 p.m.
Yes. And yeah, the place you want to go doesn't have a lot of people, but the way there is another story. So just a lot going on.
Yeah. I still had a good time overall, but yes, it was a little overwhelming. Just all of the different parts and things that were going on. So go to your bed. Down. Stay. He's a good boy, but like we said, he hasn't been being trained. So, all right. overall, I feel like the week was a net positive.
I'd agree.
Even though there were a lot of things that were painful and difficult, most of that pain and difficulty were growing experiences and learning experiences. So for me, it was a net positive. For you?
Same.
All right.
Yeah. Learning is painful. And
Absolutely.
when you're on the road all the time, as we are, every place is new. And every day is learning. And it's easy to forget that. And
Okay. So that was our rest time.
Yep.
Thank you, God, for being so good to us and giving us a great week. Chances to learn and grow, chances to have fun, all of the blessings that you've given us. Help us to honor you as we continue, and help us to negotiate with each other well, recognizing our own inner vows and places where we get crazy, and surrendering to you, knowing that there's going to be some suffering, but you're going to make something good and glorious out of it. We love you. Amen.
Amen.
All right. So now we'll move into our negotiation time. Okay. So, ladies first.
all right. So, we agreed that you would find an app to share about the meal planning and what we're spending and all that. How did that go?
It did not go at all.
Okay.
It has not happened yet. Thank you for reminding me. I will work on that today.
Okay. So,
see what we can find.
I'm trying to take notes because I struggle with remembering what we decide. So
it's always good to have it written down.
A meal planning and spending app.
Looking for a home ec app, people. Do any of you know one? Ways that we can help communicate with each other to plan for buying groceries and all of those things. Okay.
Your turn.
So with the days that we prepare food, we agreed that the person who cooks also cleans. Before now, Jen would do the dishes, Jen would wash and rinse the dishes, and then I would put them away. Is the person who's cooking and cleaning, does cleaning include putting the dishes away?
I'm going to say yes.
Okay. So we're making a new agreement now that on the day that you cook, you also clean the dishes and you put them away. Okay? Sounds good. Woohoo! See, folks, doesn't have to be that difficult. And because we've scheduled negotiations every single week, this week we're going to find out if it works, and if it doesn't, we'll renegotiate next week.
It also keeps us from having compound hurts. Compound hurts are where you're upset over something that your partner did. You don't say anything. Maybe you tell yourself it's not that big a deal. You move on. But the next time they do it, it's not a fresh one. It's the last one times the new one. And then the next time, it's the 2 times that. Anyway.
It's exponential growth of suffering.
So this eliminates that.
Okay. What's your next?
Something that we need to schedule that we didn't is grocery time.
Okay.
Time for me to go get groceries because I'm feeling like I don't know when that's supposed to be, and it's uncomfortable.
Okay. So we definitely have a schedule. Most of the things we're doing are on our Twitch about page. There's the schedule page. So when would you like to do that based on the schedule that we have?
Not on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I know that one.
Or Saturdays.
Right.
Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday are school days.
Not to mention it's a nightmare going to the grocery store on a Saturday.
Weekends are no fun.
You have a suggestion?
Yeah, well, let's do this, especially because it'll help fit right now, and since no one knows. What is our schedule?
Oh, that's a good question.
So starting on a Sunday.
Sunday is rest and renegotiate.
Okay, and that happens from what time to what time?
8 to 9:30.
Yeah, 8 a.m. till about 9 or 9:30. Good. And then what else happens on Sundays?
We prep for Sunday setup.
That is correct.
We prep for whatever project on the trailer we're going to be doing.
So on Mondays we do Monday maintenance. So on Sundays we do Sunday setup. We prepare and do whatever we need to do to get ready so that we can do our RV maintenance on Monday. What time is Sunday setup supposed to happen?
1:30.
1:30 until we leave it open till about 4:30, but it depends on how long it's going to take, what we need to go buy, how long it takes to go buy those parts and things and pieces and all of that.
We got to measure,
yes,
all those things.
All of the things that have to be done.
Yep.
Okay, so that's Sunday. Then what happens on Monday?
Monday is Monday maintenance. So we'll do...
What happens Monday through Saturday?
Breakfast and Bible.
And that's from what time to what time?
8 to 9?
8 until 9, yes, that's correct. So every day we have breakfast together from 8 o'clock. Monday through Saturday we read the Bible and talk about it. Sundays we have rest and renegotiate. Okay. Then Mondays we have Monday maintenance. What time does that happen?
It's scheduled from 9:30 to 11:30, and then we break for lunch.
Okay.
But it could go on until dinner, depending on what the project is. So, but from what I understand, we're trying to limit ourselves to one project a week. So not getting too crazy, even if we're excited and, trying to tackle 2 or 3, because what happens is we'll get burned out. So if we just do it regularly once each time, then everything gets taken care of.
Absolutely. Because there's always something that needs to get fixed on the RV. Always. We have a whole list of things that we could do.
Just like if we owned a home. I mean, this is our home, so.
Just like owning a home, just like owning a boat, just like owning a car. Anything you own, you got to maintain.
That's right.
Got to take care of it.
Yep.
Okay, so that's Monday. Then on Tuesday.
School.
Tuesday school.
Um.
And then Wednesday.
Yeah. Wednesday's wash day.
Yes, and so what does that mean?
That means I'm going to clean the inside of the RV, and you are going to clean the inside of the truck.
And then what we have scheduled with Twitch is still called Wednesday Wash, but it's after we do our chores, we're going to take some time to enjoy life. So Wednesday Wash is from 9:30 until 11:30. Then we have lunch, and then at about 1:30, we're going to play a game. So we're either going to throw some bags, also known as cornhole, or we're going to play some cards, or we're going to do something that is one of those things that you get to do because we live in an RV, so we have some of those games. And also something you can do in your backyard or wherever you're at. But we want to enjoy just having some fun together. Time that we're not working, not doing chores, not driving ourselves crazy, wondering what the next thing is that we need to do. Just taking a break.
What do we call that in our marriage world? Shoulder to shoulder time.
Yes. So this is face-to-face time, and this is shoulder-to-shoulder time when we're doing something together. And generally speaking, women need face-to-face time. It's how they feel intimate and connected. Men need shoulder-to-shoulder time. It's how we feel connected. With my buddies, I don't want to sit at a table looking them in the face and talking with them. My guy friends? Nah, not a chance. We're going to go out. We're going to play a sport together. We're going to watch a ball game or watch each other play video games, or we're going to do something where we're sitting next to each other, shoulder to shoulder, watching the same thing, interacting with the same thing out there. And that makes us feel like we're friends, like we're buddies. Okay, so that's Wednesday. Thursday.
School.
Thursday school all day, and I do laundry on Thursdays.
Mm-hmm.
Friday is Friday fun.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to go out and see the city, see the place that we're at, find some way to interact with it. And then what is Saturday?
Saturday school day again.
And then Saturday night?
Dance night.
Saturday night is dance night. What time do we do dance night?
We try to leave our place about 7,
Mm-hmm.
so that we can figure out parking.
Mm-hmm.
Get to the place, have a bevy. I can get over my ramp because I'm a little socially anxious. So I got to get over that. And yeah.
And then we can dance and have a good time.
Yeah.
And what time are we trying to get home by?
We try to leave about 9:30, 10-ish. While it's still good. We don't wait until it's not good and then leave. We're trying to leave while it's still good. That way there's not as much, fallout in the end.
Absolutely. That's the idea and the
Yeah.
hope. I'm a disabled veteran. I have PTSD. Being around people is difficult. Sometimes we get there and we can't even park. I'm just done. I gotta leave. And in our relationship, we have set up things so that we can signal to each other or tell each other what's going on. We have a whole video about that. It's either on YouTube or it's going to be on YouTube soon. But yes, okay, good. So with all of that in a given week, when does doing groceries make sense?
I just don't know.
That's the problem. That's one of the problems.
I don't know. That's why I'm asking here.
It looks
Seems like Sunday, but you tell me what you see.
well. Sunday has Sunday set up, so we are going to go shopping, but we're going shopping for maintenance items, not for general groceries and things. Friday afternoon looks like it has some time, depending on what time we do Friday Fun and how much energy you have after Friday Fun is done.
Right.
So that's the other problem. What we might have to do is take something out. Or make something shorter. Like Wednesday wash might be a 1 hour thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like we can only do realistically like 45 minutes of actual playtime and hanging out and talking a story. And then as soon as we're done, you could leave and do groceries then. But yeah, when our days are packed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Monday's out.
Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday are out.
Mm-hmm.
Friday would be rough, but it might be doable, but it seems like a setup for failure.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, especially when we play bags or play cards, about half an hour is...
One of us is normally done.
Yeah.
Okay.
So...
Let's try to do it. For next week, let's try for Wednesday.
Okay. So Wednesday wash will be from approximately 1:30 to 2:30, and then you're going to go do groceries after that.
So 1:30 to 2:30 is games, and we'll say 2:45 is groceries.
That was smart. She gave herself 15 minutes to just deal with life and get her mind right for the next thing she was doing instead of trying to just jump to the next thing. Very smart.
I probably need more time than that, but I'm getting there.
Okay. So we've worked out the times for most things. Hey, chat. Well, hello there. Nice to see you, chat. Grateful to have you here. We're still going through our schedule stuff, so if you'd like to chat with us, we are paying attention. We'd love to hear from you, and we're going to keep going. Okay, so we've got all of the times set for you now.
Yes.
So on Saturday, what time are you doing school?
looking at my notes here.
Okay.
Um,
I'm asking that one specifically because I don't have a time.
I don't have a time for that one.
Yeah.
I'm not finding it. I thought I did, and I'm not finding it.
Okay.
So, our Bible time goes until 9.
Mm-hmm.
So
we usually take till about 9:30 so that we can recover.
Yeah.
So 9:30 to 11:30 is open,
Mm-hmm.
and then we prepare for lunch and have lunch until 1. We also break for lunch. We're not working during lunchtime. It's not a working lunch.
No.
So then from 1:30, noon to 1, and then 1 to 1:30 is clean up, do whatever else needs to be done. We're in a small living space, so Jen normally does her schoolwork here at the table. And if we're having lunch here at the table, and we get done with lunch at 1 o'clock, that means that the table still needs to be cleared. There's still things that have to be done before she can set herself back up and actually be ready to start working. And that's the time we're looking at. Not are you getting ready, it's at 1:30 you can actually start working again.
Yeah.
My concern is you could work from 1:30 or do schoolwork from 1:30 till 5:30, and then we'd have dinner, and then as soon as dinner is done, we're trying to leave. Dinner's at 6 and we're trying to leave at 7. So when would you get ready and dressed to go dancing?
Yeah, between 6 and 7.
When we're eating.
Right.
So my suggestion would be that the latest you do schoolwork till is 4:30, and then you'll be able to clean up and get all that done by 5, and then from 5 until 6 you can get ready to go dancing. Get yourself dressed and all done up and pretty, because that you're so beautiful when we go out. And that way we can eat dinner together and then be able to just leave from a relaxed position of having just eaten dinner, not scrambling to do stuff. So, do you want all of that time?
I actually do want all of that time.
Okay, so 1:30 to 4:30. And so all of that on Saturday will be school. Cool. We want to make sure that we take care of these details so that we're not frustrated with each other because and once again, all of this is written in pencil so that on any given week and any given day, we can do a quick renegotiate. Hey, it's not going to work that way this time. Okay. All right. Anything else to negotiate, my love?
Yes.
Okay.
Next week's date night.
Okay.
So that's dancing on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Which I love to do, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't sure if you knew that. I really do enjoy it. Couple of things that business items from this Saturday that did not go well.
Okay.
Parking.
Mm-hmm.
Parking in those premium parking lots, although easy to find in the app, which is not easy to use. I rated it as 0.
Wow.
Premium parking app, 0 from Jen.
Oh.
Difficult to use, hard to understand. Anyway, it was $18.75 an hour. Now, I don't know how, but somehow I stopped it after an hour.
Wow.
So I don't know if we're going to billed some astronomical amount of money later. I don't actually know.
That is frustrating.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Yeah. Okay.
So we need to think of some alternative type of...
We did not do an adventure planner for any of these things. We have an actual adventure planner. We answer the 5 W's. Who, what, when, where, how, and why. And we didn't do that. So something else that we should probably put in the schedule is adventure planning specifically for Friday fun and Saturday dance, because those things have us going out somewhere with a lot of variables. So you're right. We need to know where we're going to park and how far we're willing to walk and take into account all of those things.
What socks and shoes I'm wearing.
Right.
Okay, so here's the deal on that. We went to a Western bar. We wore our cowboy boots. I got to wear my sparkle boots, which I love and are very comfortable. However, I put on thin socks last night, thinking that because often my feet will swell, and so I need a little space. Not thinking we're in cold weather now. My feet don't swell like that in cold weather. I am blistered all over my feet. So, bad choice. Something else. We're back to California bar prices.
Yeah.
So $10 a pop for a drink. I'm not gonna lie though, my drink was really good. Like, she did a really good job. But that's too much for our budget right now.
Right.
On the good thing though, on the good side is that if we go to Bourbon Street, like, you could walk around with your own booze. I literally saw people with a handle, just cruising, just, whatevs. Solo cups, Yeti cups, So I propose that we take our own.
Sounds good to me. That'll work here in New Orleans. That'll work.
Different rules for different places. So yeah, I suggest that. Because I'm not gonna lie, it does lubricate my social anxiety when we get to a place.
Sure.
Yeah, that's all I have.
Okay.
What do you got?
I was gonna ask you the same thing. How do we stop the 3-year-old from coming out of each one of us and throwing temper tantrums? So yeah, good socks, bringing our own alcohol, figuring out, preparing and planning. So doing the adventure planner before we go to do the actual thing, and probably 2 or 3 days in advance would be a good idea. And we have a little time to think and consider if there are any other issues that might be coming up. So cool, good stuff.
So what are we deciding to do? We're gonna adventure plan?
Yes, and that means that's a when item.
I think it should be part of our rest and renegotiate.
So after we get done with this, we're going to take a break and then do our adventure planner.
I think so.
And prepare for the week. Okay. Sounds good. Adventure planner on Sunday. I'm already getting worn down.
I know.
And tired just talking about all this.
Yeah.
But it's our first time, and it'll get better, and it'll get smoother.
Yeah.
I remember the first time we did our budget, and it was horrific. And now when we do the budget, it's smooth sailing. So I believe this will get better as we practice it more.
What do you say? Talking about practice.
That's a Allen Iverson quote. We talk about practice. Okay, my one last thing is, are we setting our own personal alarms, or are we expecting the other person to wake us up, get our attention for lunch, things like that?
We had already agreed that whoever's cooking got in the shower first, and then...
That's not what I...
Oh, that's not what you're asking.
Well, okay, and then what?
And then as soon as they've cleared the bathroom, waking up the other person, if they're still asleep.
So what happens if they wake up earlier? Or what happens if they wake up earlier?
Then we still let them know the bathroom's all clear.
So our actual agreement about that was just we're staying out of each other's way.
Yes.
So that's... Let me ask you a little more specific, and maybe that'll be helpful. At lunchtime when you're doing on school days, are you setting an alarm that's going to go off at 11:30 so that you will pack up your own stuff, or am I responsible for you?
Not if I'm on the cooking day. Is that what you just said?
On school days,
On school days.
which are days when I'm doing the cooking.
Oh, got it. Okay.
I've got to figure out how to ask these questions because it made sense in my head. Let me put it to you this way. Will you set an alarm for 11:30 every day so that I don't have to be responsible for you getting to lunch on time?
Yes.
Fantastic. Is our breakfast agreement or pre-breakfast getting ready agreement that we're staying out of each other's way, and whoever is doing the cooking has priority in the morning for showering and using the bathroom area?
Yes. That
Okay.
worked well.
Once again, we're in an RV. It's a very small space. We can't both be at the bathroom sink at the same time. It does not work. We have one very small sink. Okay, and then same thing for dinner. Will you set an alarm for 5:30 so that you know it is time to get ready to come to dinner? Sorry? Any less,
Yes.
por favor? Yes.
I was writing.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't want to assume this. On the days that I cook, will you do the same?
Yes. Thank you for asking. Because if you did not ask, then I don't have to do that. Mm-hmm. Okay. Is there anything else?
Just looking at last time, making sure.
And of course, we're having another one next Sunday.
Yeah, I think that's...
So we'll be able to renegotiate next Sunday.
I think we're good.
Okay.
All right. May your day be blessed.
As you pass each test.
By trusting God's best.
And accepting God's rest. TullyAdventurers, explore. Have a great day, everybody. Much love.